it's very important that we evaluate the ways in which we dehumanize, and we've been socialized to dehumanize. And something I think people forget is that, the ways we dehumanize other people obviously lead to also dehumanizing ourselves, but also in the way that we think of ourselves. So when we think about people being upset, right, they are upset because they believe that they have worked hard, right, that these other people don't deserve it. Let's think about how we tie a relationship to work. And if we think someone doesn't work, they don't deserve that, we can tie that to disabled people, right? Because if there's something that inhibits them from working the same way that we do, people believe that they don't work, they don't contribute, therefore they should not be allowed to have the same human rights. And that is a fucking problem. Dehumanizing other people leaves us nowhere positive. And it is horrendous to dehumanize people, point blank, period. But also when you think about your relationship to yourself, whether you realize it or not, if you are believing in these things that allow you to dehumanize people, you are also dehumanizing yourself, and you have a bad relationship to that. Because if you feel like, oh, I didn't work hard enough, I deserve it, and it's like, but you do. I understand it's tough to live in a world where our government does not believe we should have human rights, and people have pinned that against other people. They believe, why should they be getting it? They're the fucking problem. They should not be getting that. I deserve it way more. That's also part of the problem. The lesson of High School Musical, we're all in this together, right? Because whilst a bunch of very bigoted people, have made, hey, white supremacy, patriarchy, let's fucking talk about it, created capitalism as a tool to help us, do all of these things. When we look at, the people in power do everything they can to stay in power because whatever fucking reason, I don't know why we don't just want to give people human rights, guys. That's crazy to me. You couldn't convince me a reason that someone shouldn't deserve the same rights that I have. Like, I'm sorry, you're just never going to convince me of that. Right? But if we keep people, it's not a reason, it's not an excuse, too tired and to really evaluate these things in their lives, do you think they're going to realize that they can talk to each other and be like, wait a second, isn't that our fucking government? Shouldn't we do something about that? Like, shouldn't our government be helping us? Like, why are we pinned against each other? Like, actually, I think the reason is the fucking government. And the human rights we don't want to allow people. That's kind of crazy, because when we learn that we're all in this together, High School Musical, we can achieve such amazing things. I don't think people should have to fight tooth and nail, quite literally, for their human rights, but that has been the case thus far. Be thinking about how you unconsciously or consciously are upkeeping the status quo. And I think hope is so powerful, and I understand, when you have been bogged down so many times, how you can lose hope, but your failure to, imagine a better world just because that's not how things are right now, is not helping. I really do think that there is a better world out there. I don't know if I'm going to see it in my lifetime, but Jesus, I would like someone to not fucking struggle the ways that I have. And there are ways that I haven't struggled that I just don't want people to struggle. It doesn't matter if I didn't receive that help when I needed it. I want you to not struggle, period. And I hope that we can get closer to a world that allows us to actually live as human beings and enjoy our time on this planet, where people are not suffering at the hands of things that we could have solved a long time ago, but we don't, because of dehumanization. So I don't know, it's just something to fucking think about. We really need to be deconstructing the ways that we have been socialized to believe things and the status quo. Deconstructing is going to be forever work. It is silly to think that it ends today or it ends tomorrow. You'll be deconstructing things till you die. But please, I really encourage people to do better. This world is hard enough without you dehumanizing other people, whether you realize that's what you're doing or not. We could have a better world, but remember the people in power who don't want that to happen. Keep that in mind.